Today we're taking a first look at the brand new Spot Rocker. So if you order a Spot bike, this is what it will come like. They are direct to consumer. The only way to ride one of these is to go to a demo event or to go to their headquarters in Golden, Colorado. So when you pull yours out of the box, make sure you check these end caps. They'd come off with the little plastic protectors, and you definitely need your end caps for these wheels to fit in your frame. Hey, that's pretty cool. Check out how that works. I like that. Holy cow, this is light. Dang, I love their hot tomato color. That just pops. I really appreciate how little packaging Spot uses. There's way less waste compared to what I normally get. There's no big hunks of styrofoam. I mean, we've got two little bubble wrap things here, a little bit of cardboard, and some zip ties. That is impressive. And I think that packaging was really creative as well. Spot's not afraid to think outside the box. They are pretty different in my opinion, and I think that's a good thing, and I think what they do well. Here we have, instead of a chain, a carbon belt like what you would see on your car, and then the frame has a split right here where you can slip the belt in and out through the dropouts. This has sliding adjustable dropouts. It can be run single speed or geared. I'm most excited to try this in belt drive mode. I've never ridden a belt drive bike before, and I'm all about single speed these days, and I think this is the coolest thing ever. So the way that you determine the tightness of the belt is with an app, and you tune it like a guitar. And it listens to the pitch and tells you how tight to make it based on that pitch. Man, this thing is cool. We've got some really cool stuff going on. We got a nice big pad under here, like a shuttle pad to protect it, and to protect it from rocks. It's kind of foamy. We've all kicked rocks up into our down tube before. We have two sets of water bottle mounts in the front triangle, and since this is carbon, they can pull these out a little bit so it doesn't interfere with the seat tube at all, which is really nice. Man, this is sleek. These seat stays look beautiful. On some of Spot's models, they have a carbon fiber leaf spring in the rear suspension models, and they know how to tune carbon fiber to flex, and I'm hoping they did that on this. It looks like they might have. We shall see. I really like the chainstay protector. It's not all solid rubber. There's these little air pockets inside of there. I think it's going to be real quiet. And obviously the belt's not going to hit it at all. Talk about a simple but elegant bike. This bike is not meant to be someone's first bike. This is not like the Rocky Mountain Growler, where we just put as many budget parts on to keep it under a certain price point. This bike is built for the discerning rider who knows exactly what they want. We need to weigh this thing. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna say 23 and a half. This thing came in at 22.3 pounds. That's ridiculous. This thing is seriously impressing me, and I've never wanted a bike so much that's been on my stand as I want this one. You can also run geared, and it has internal housing for the gears, but external for the brakes. I love that Spot does that. So all the brakes are external, easy to swap, easy to work on. We have a threaded bottom bracket. We have a super low top tube and a short seat tube. In the past, Spot has always had long seat tubes. I love to see the shorter seat tube on this. I love to see two bottle mounts inside the triangle. This 5-star build comes in at $4,099. I've had steel hardtails in here that came in at that price, and this bike seems much more interesting to me. Who knows? We'll see how it rides. When I contacted the guys at Spot to test this, I told them I wanted it in plus mode with belt drive, and they said, that's cool, we're happy to send you one of those, but will you please test it geared as well and with 29? So they gave me the parts to add a shifter, and I've got another set of plus wheels with 2.8 Recons on it. It's a Stan's Baron, and we've got 12-speed Eagle on the back. So I'm gonna put this in a couple different configurations. I've never ridden a belt drive, and I'm excited to try it. I'm excited to see if it feels like a chain, see if it feels softer, see if it makes noise. I don't know, I'm curious, so stay tuned for that. I like that it has sliding dropouts. You can slide the back wheel in and out. It has tons of clearance. We don't have a seat stay bridge, so I'm hoping we get a little bit of flex out of that rear end. Tons of mud clearance. We've got really big chainring clearance. So this is a, how many teeth is this? 46 tooth, and there's room for it on this frame. That's pretty amazing. We're running a Stepcast 34 front fork. These are super light. I like the performance of them. They're a little bit delicate. You gotta be careful with them. My wife accidentally broke the rebound knob on hers. It was a $300 fix. I was not excited about that. So they're a little bit delicate, but that's kind of the name of the game when you get in the sub 25 pound bikes. Things are gonna be a little bit more delicate. We've got an NVM6 carbon bar, race face turbine 60 mil stem, which I think is gonna be great. I actually prefer a little bit longer stem, like 60 mil, on my longer XC marathon long day bikes. I feel that it steers a little bit better, and it's just a little bit more relaxed to me than the twitchier, shorter stems I have on my aggressive bikes. We've got SRAM level TLM brakes. They're 2-piston, and I think they do that for weight. And on a bike that weighs 23 pounds set up single speed, you probably don't need 4-piston brakes. It's cool. They went with a 180 front rotor, a 160 rear. They're post mount. I really like how they mount the rotors in the frame back here. I love the cable routing. Really, really slick. So the dropper's full internal. It goes in here, and you don't see it anymore, which I really like. The Bike Yoke Revive, fantastic dropper. I've had one for 4 years with 0 issues. If they ever get a little spongy, there's a reset valve here. Very nice droppers. We got the Stan's Crest wheels. These are aluminum. They're pretty narrow, but I really like Stan's profile. They don't burp very easily. And when you get a rock strike on a Stan's wheel, it's a soft strike. It doesn't feel like the wheel's trying to chop the tire. So I'm actually glad we went with these Crests instead of Envy wheels. Envy wheels would be lighter, it'd be even faster, but I worry it'd probably be a little bit harsher on this bike. This is a size medium. It's got a 440 mil reach, which is pretty modern. We're seeing 450 to 470 mil reaches in the super aggressive bikes, but this isn't a super aggressive bike. And paired with the 60 mil stem, I think 440 is the right measurement. We have a 67 degree head angle, which given this bike's intended purpose, seems pretty spot on. We've got a 75.5 degree seat angle. Steep, but not as steep as some. And the chainstay goes from 438 to 453 centimeters. That's quite a long chainstay. It makes sense in this style of bike. Personally, I don't like it when the chainstay's longer than the reach. The bike just feels unbalanced to me. I'm not expecting this to feel like the Chameleon or to party a lot and want a wheelie and manual. You never know. Spot bikes lately have been feeling a lot shorter than their chainstay numbers suggest, so we'll see. The jury's out on that. This is just a first look. They've run a 120 mil Stepcast 34 on the front. They could have run a 100 mil 32 if they wanted to get full on weight weenie, but I'm glad they didn't. This is like the XC Racers trail bike or like the Enduro Racers XC bike. This is gonna be fun, I think. The 4-star build, which is one level below this, comes in at $3,299. Now for a full-on carbon frame, that's pretty awesome. That's less than a Yeti SB130 frame. A 5-star build is $4,099, and the 6-star build is $6,499. I think the best value is the 4-star build. You still get a Stepcast 34. It doesn't have the Kashima, which, by the way, does absolutely nothing. It does have a lower end wheel set. It's the Stan's Crest S1. For $32.99, that 4-star build is looking pretty sweet. This thing is like a Ferrari, but it's priced like a BMW. It's not cheap, and a lot of people will say, whoa, $4,100 for a hardtail? I could buy 2 full suspensions for that. Sure, you could. In fact, you could probably buy 40 Walmart bikes for that are full suspension with disc brakes. But the people that are shopping for this know exactly what they want, and they're looking for a zippy, snappy, light, racy, versatile bike that can be single speed or geared. A lot of bikes come across my stands, and I'm super lucky to review some sweet bikes. The want is strong with this bike. I don't think I've ever wanted a bike more, just based on appearance and features, than I have right now. We'll see how it rides though. Could ride great, could ride not so great. And that's really what it all comes down to. It doesn't matter what all these things are. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the full review of this when I take it in its many different configurations. Thank you, Spot, for sending this. I want to give a huge shout out to my patrons. You guys make this channel possible. Thanks for all you do to support it. There's a party in the mountains and you're invited.